Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, a sinkhole has swallowed 2 homes in a Pasco County neighborhood, and the water-filled hole continues to grow. That hole opening up this morning north of Tampa in Land O'Lakes. Firefighters say so far the hole has swallowed 2 homes, and a boat on a property also fell into it as well. At least 10 surrounding homes have been evacuated. The hole was the size of a small swimming pool when it started, but has since grown to a small pond, and it continues to expand. No injuries have been reported so far. Sinkholes can be dangerous and fatal, but are not common here on the Suncoast. We'll talk more about that tonight in our evening newscast. Joined now by meteorologist John Scalzi. John, you know a thing or two about these things. Why are they not so prevalent here in Manatee, Sarasota counties, surrounding area?
Well, we have a different soil type for one thing, so we have a good hard pan underneath the soil that doesn't allow rainwater to percolate down into the limestone, so we have kind of a protective layer, I guess, on our soil. So that's one thing. And plus, to the north of us, there's all kinds of interconnected underground rivers of fresh water that continue to erode away at the limestone substructure there and create these sinkholes. So we're very lucky. I mean, it's just a space of 100 miles or so, and we have a different soil type that doesn't allow for that sort of thing. Because they're really scary, I think. You know, they're like our version of California earthquakes.
They can open up anywhere. Yeah.
So we're very lucky in that respect that we don't have that real issue around here. What we do have around here are some rain showers headed our way. Didn't get a whole lot yesterday, you know, surprisingly, really. The atmosphere was very moist indeed, but we got a little bit of dry, stable air that kind of floated in at around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon and kind of put the kibosh on things. But we certainly have plenty of moisture to work with today, and I think we'll probably see those showers and thunderstorms begin to move our way. You can see we got some vertical loft to some of those clouds there, and certainly some rain showers in progress in interior counties of Hardee and DeSoto. I think our rain shower chance today, 40–50%, should just about do it, and we'll probably see those start in the next couple of hours and kind of wind down as we head into the evening. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few, Scott.
Okay, John, thank you. New this afternoon, a local music nonprofit is out $5,000, and a Pinellas County man is under arrest for grand theft. Detectives arresting Randy Sheets in an alleged defrauding scheme that involved $250,000 in ripoffs against dozens of victims. ABC 7's Ray Collins tells us what the man is suspected of doing to this local organization. Ray?
Scott, the Sarasota Music Archive is a nonprofit based in the Selby Library. A year ago, they tried to sell a grand piano like this one through a Largo-based consignment shop. But the group's vice president says the consigner, a Randy Sheets, stopped returning their phone calls and eventually found out he had filed for bankruptcy. Sylvia Eckes soon found out through Sheets' attorneys that she wasn't the only one looking for answers.
Apparently it's a much bigger situation than we anticipated. There's over $250,000 worth of pianos that he sold, and the people didn't get their money.
If you could talk to Randy Sheets on the phone for 10 seconds, what would you say to him?
What would propel him to go to the extremes that he did in order to defraud so many people when he had apparently a pretty good reputation?
So Largo police up in Pinellas County charged Sheets with felony counts of scheming to defraud and grand theft. He's accused of ripping off more than 24 victims. And as for the Sarasota Music Archive, they don't expect to get paid for their piano. Sylvia said it breaks her heart. Scott, back to you.
Oh, I bet it does. All right, Ray, thank you. The search continues today for the suspects involved in a deadly home invasion in East Manatee County. It happened last weekend. 54-year-old Dwayne Hutchinson was killed at his home along Zipperer Road in the early morning hours last Saturday. Deputies say Hutchinson was found dead in an upstairs bedroom. His wife says she was attacked by the burglars downstairs prior to the 2 men going upstairs. Deputies say there was trauma to Hutchinson's body, indicating he was murdered, but the exact cause of death has yet to be released.
We've been basically working around the clock to solve this thing since we responded early Saturday morning, and we think the reward being offered by the Gold Star Club will definitely help us hopefully get new information and eventually lead to an arrest.
Total of $8,000 in reward money is now being offered. $5,000 from the Gold Star Club of Manatee County, $3,000 from Crime Stoppers. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies also investigating another gas station skimming device. 2 separate skimmers found at a Marathon gas station on Manatee Avenue West in Bradenton. Deputies say they don't know if anyone's information was compromised yet, but similar devices have been found throughout the area over the last couple of years. In fact, back in May, a skimmer was found at a 7-Eleven on US 41.
Know that it was that common, and then I know that my mother would never pay at a pump, and I always thought she was being a little bit too cautious, but now I find myself going inside the stores to pay as well. It's too common, I guess, for me.
In Florida, it's illegal to use these devices to steal financial information. An investigation is ongoing. New developments today on the fate of the Senate's health care bill. Senate Republicans are scrambling to drum up enough support for the latest version of their bill to repeal and replace Obamacare. ABC's Emily Rao has the latest now from Washington.
Will the changes in the latest Senate health care bill be enough to tip the scale? Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell unveiling a new version of the bill. It's already getting pushback from within the party, but on Fox News Friday, Senator Lindsey Graham saying it's a big improvement.
Here's what I hope we can do as Republicans: offer an alternative to Obamacare that makes sense and will actually help people.
The revised version, an attempt to win over moderate GOP holdouts. It keeps some Obamacare taxes on the wealthy, puts aside $70 billion that could help some Americans cover high premiums, and gives $45 billion to help fight the opioid epidemic.
So, Senator, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm going to read it.
And for conservatives not happy with the first version, the new bill would allow insurers to offer cheaper plans that don't cover essential health benefits like mental health treatment, maternity care, or ambulance service. But a big sticking point remains: deep cuts to Medicaid, initially projected to be nearly $800 billion.
We're still working on ways to ensure that folks who are currently getting coverage under expanded Medicaid have options that are, accessible and affordable.
President Trump is applying pressure to get the bill passed. He tweeted this morning that senators must get this done and do what's right for the people. They will have the weekend to mull it over before returning on Monday. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
President Trump is on his way back from Paris. He left this morning after the Bastille Day parade with French President Emmanuel Macron. He was the guest of honor at the parade. The president says both countries will work together against terrorism. A follow-up here at home to the tourist tax grants being granted to Suncoast Arts Community. Sarasota County Commissioners approving nearly $2 million to be split among 36 arts organizations. A half penny from each dollar of tourist tax revenues is set aside for these grants every year.
People come here as tourists to get involved in the beach, in our arts and cultural scene, and the TDC tax comes from the money that is collected at the hotels to help support more tourism. So these grants are granted each year to arts and cultural organizations in Sarasota County who can demonstrate that by their productions, they attract more tourists to Sarasota County.
On the list for funding, Florida Studio Theater, the Circus Arts Conservatory, the Ringling, and Sarasota Ballet, among others. Jeff Stern joins us now with a check on Wall Street. And Jeff, kind of a drama-less week on Wall Street. That was a good thing. And how did the markets do this week?
Scott, it seemed pretty boring out there, that's for sure. But the Dow 0.6% for the week, hit new highs yesterday. S&P was actually up a full percentage point, that is. And the NASDAQ led the way again, around 2% for the week. We know consumer spendings are not spending the way they used to. That was down for the month of June. Honda had a big recall, as we all heard this morning. And we just heard as well, President Trump was in France. So nothing too exciting going on, but the markets are up. Woke up this morning, the futures were down, so let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average at 21,561, up 8 points, 0.04%. NASDAQ's trading at 6,294, up 20 points, leading the way, 1/3%, while the S&P 2,451, up 4 points, just shy of 1/4%.
And Jeff, a few of the big banks reporting earnings today. How do they look so far?
Scott, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citi came out with earnings and they crushed them. Financials hit their highs in March, but although JP Morgan crushed it with $1.82 per share, much higher than expected, revenue was $26.41 billion. They were expecting only $24.9. Loans climbed 9%. They give that a lot of credit. And they announced they're going to buy back $19.4 billion worth of their shares over the next year. Wells Fargo came in Well done as well. $22.17 billion in revenue. Net income was $5.8 billion, and they had $1.07 per share. Growth 10%. Their big thing was their credit cards. Citi's revenue came in strong as well. $17.9 billion, much higher than they expected. Earnings per share was $1.28 versus the $1.21. And we all know that as interest rates rise, it really helps the bank. So we should continue to see them, because when they have loans out there, they can make a higher profit when the spread's much higher. So far for the year, Citigroup's leading the way out of all three stocks, Scott.
All right, Jeff. Thanks so much for the update.
Have a great weekend.
You too. After being closed for nearly a year, the Osprey Avenue Bridge will reopen to traffic later today. The bridge is scheduled to open at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Been closed for the past 11 months so crews could install 2 microtunnels as part of the Lift Station 87 project. Once completed, wastewater flow will be redirected from a troubled Lift Station 7 to a new Lift Station 87. Here's a story you don't hear about every day: a pregnant raccoon giving birth in the back seat of a convertible in Manatee County. These are Facebook photos from Devin Strait of Wildlife Inc. He says he was called to an auto shop on Wednesday where he found the mother with her new babies. Initially, only one baby was found, but when they opened the trunk, well, they found the other one right there. Employees believe the mother raccoon entered through a plastic cover on the car's window. They say the animals had tore up the sunshades in the car, they chewed some shoes inside, and there was urine everywhere. That's going to be a nasty cleanup. The new family was later released into the woods. Time now to head over to the kitchen where our guest today, pastry chef Ray LaJoy from Madison's 41 in Sarasota. Ray, good to see you again. What are you fixing for us today? Special day.
Special day today. I actually brought 2 desserts today. First of all, happy Bastille Day. So I just wanted to show you that we're doing a special tribute to Bastille Day today and tomorrow at Madison's for dinner. We have a 3-course French-inspired dinner, and I'm serving a chocolate framboise mousse. But today I'm going to show you how to make a squid ink chocolate cake. I was invited to be the dessert person for our 4th annual Trash Fish dinner, and I had to incorporate something in there, seafood. So we have a chocolate squid ink cake.
All right. Well, I'll be with you there in the kitchen in just a little bit. Thank you, Chef.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
the official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, I think today will probably end up being a very similar day to yesterday. Matt Smith, director of our mosquito control, sent this shot in from the Myakka River State Park of a thunderstorm that grew in the afternoon just about at this time. One lone cell, and that's kind of what we have going on today. Clusters of little individual small cells moving through the area pretty rapidly. Rain chance at about 40, 50%, something like that. And with drier air on our doorstep, I think the weekend will probably hold even fewer storms around. Temperatures warm, coming in at 88 with a dew point of 74. Mix of sun and clouds in a lot of places, and an east-southeast wind coming in at about 9. That easterly component to the wind again, kind of keeping our temperatures pretty uniform from inland to coast. The only place where it might be a little bit cooler is where you might have some shower activity ongoing. 86 degrees in Wauchula, 88 in Arcadia, 87 Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Longboat Key coming in at 87. 88 in Northport, 87 in Inglewood, and 89 degrees in Venice, so it is in Punta Gorda as well. This easterly wind flow or southeasterly wind flow very apparent on the direction, motion of the individual cells that are being brought our way. Now, yesterday we had a little trough of low pressure that kind of has worked its way into the central Gulf waters. Behind it, high pressure gets a chance to build in slowly. There's a lot of dry air sitting just really on our doorstep. We still have plenty of moisture around today to support these showers that are ongoing. The heaviest of the showers now located around Northport area, coming into Warm Mineral Springs. These are, little individual clusters of shells producing some pretty good rainfall, but small in nature, moving very quickly. Nothing severe anticipated with these cells. We have this high pressure ridge with this easterly wind flow, a departing trough of low pressure, and a frontal boundary to the north. So we get this kind of squeeze play out of the east underneath this high pressure ridge that's building in. And most of the showery activity in the state of Florida is going to occur really on our coastline. That's where the heaviest of the rains will fall today. Tomorrow, I think we'll have lesser rain shower activity because of that drier air that's going to be moving in. Less rain showers for probably about 3 days or so. And consequently, the daytime highs are going to be kind of warm. Here's that dry air indicated by the tan color, and it is on our doorstep. Yesterday, a little kind of smidge of this drier air worked its way in kind of around the Orlando, Fort Pierce area. We saw at about 12,000 feet to 20,000 feet, some of that drier, more stable air work its way in, kind of shut down the rain machine. But today, I think we'll see pretty good coverage around. Starting at about 3 o'clock, they'll be moving into our area early afternoon and then kind of departing here with a few thunderstorms as we head into the evening. Now, tomorrow at that time, there's not going to be a whole lot of activity, I don't think, with that drier air moving in. And Sunday, I think, possibly even less. So the forecast looks like this. We'll have today about a 40 to 50% chance of showers, daytime high around 92. And then over the weekend, we'll reduce the rain chances to as little as 20% on Sunday, and that's pretty low for this time of year. Next work week, we'll start to increase those rain chances. Sunny in the morning, showery in the afternoon. Scott?
All right, John, thank you so much. And I think John would wish he's in the kitchen today, but I got the lucky, I'm the lucky one today. We're so glad to have Ray LaJoy from Madison's 41, the pastry chef there. You have created some delicious dishes that have some themes, right?
Exactly. It said Bastille Day there, a French framboise, a raspberry mousse, and this is for the trash fish dinner, excuse me.
Sustainable Seafood Dinner.
Exactly.
Fourth annual.
Fourth annual.
Coming up August 6th, right?
Correct.
Yep.
11 chefs.
And these are the fish that we generally just don't think about eating, right?
Yeah, toss back or used for bait.
Right.
We found out that they are actually really good.
And you have somehow formed a dessert to go with this.
I did.
With the theme.
It wasn't.
Of fish.
I was told I didn't have to, but I wanted to play with the other guys, and they get all the fun. So this is actually going to be a squid ink black chocolate cake.
Wow.
So squid ink, if you've never tried squid ink, it tastes like the ocean. It's just salty and minerally, and it's actually very, very good. So I just added it to this black chocolate cake that I have. It's one of my favorite chocolate cake recipes. and it's really good. So we're going to mix up the cake. And this is a simple, simple cake. It's flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, salt, cocoa powder, black cocoa powder.
Two different types. Huh?
Two different types. I used the black, really gives it that dark and that extra brute chocolate flavor. So we're just gonna, if you would like to just start mixing that up, and then I'm going to add some vegetable oil, some eggs, some buttermilk.
We're at about 2 minutes left.
And some coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee, exactly. Coffee, it just picks up that chocolate flavor. So we're going to mix this up. We're going to bake it into a pan. And then when it comes out of the oven, it's going to resemble this.
Okay.
So then on top of this, I have a caramelito. This is a caramel milk chocolate. It is absolutely delicious.
I'm going to try one.
Yes, please. So we're just going to mix that with some marshmallow. And that's just your marshmallow cream or fluffernutter or fluff. We're going to mix that up. We're going to put this on there, put it in the refrigerator, let that set up. And when it's set up, it's going to look like this.
That's awesome.
So that's all set and ready to go. So I'm going to
about a minute left.
Plate it. And if you could hand me that chocolate right there, that would be great.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. And I'm just going to put a little bit of chocolate on there. And then on top of this, I actually have powdered Nutella, believe it or not.
And this is something you told me.
This is something I made.
Create.
Exactly. It's something I made.
You may be onto something there.
Yeah, it's really good. It goes in your mouth crispy and it just melts like the Nutella. So this is a caramel cream I'm going to put on top of that. Then I'm going to top it with, it's supposed to resemble the bottom of the ocean. I'm going to put that on there. I have a little bit of bubble sugar. So hopefully that looks like a little bit of coral.
Just a couple seconds left here.
All righty. And then I also made...
This is genius.
I also made caviar out of blood orange juice.
That is beautiful.
And that is it. And if we want, we can add a couple little seashells to that.
That's great.
And there we go.
It's beautiful. So easy.
It is so easy. Perfect.
The recipe will be on our website, mysuncoast.com. Go to the dining page, and don't forget, you can enjoy Bastille Day at Madison's 41 with your creations, and then the Sustainable Seafood Dinner on August 6th. And do this delicious chocolate dish. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
An update this afternoon on the health condition of Jimmy Carter. The former president was discharged from a Canadian hospital this morning after being treated for dehydration. The 92-year-old was volunteering at a project for Habitat for Humanity when he collapsed yesterday. Carter and his wife say they're grateful for the people who sent well wishes. Former First Family are very involved with Habitat for Humanity. They take part in the annual home building event. In sports, a walk-off for Tim Tebow. The former Gator great went deep for the St. Lucie Mets, winning the game with an opposite field home run. The Mets beating the Reds single-A team 5-4. This is the third home run in 16 Florida State League games following a promotion from Class A Columbia. Tebow has hit safely in 11 straight games and is batting .327 with St. Lucie. By the way, Tebow and the Mets will visit the Charlotte Stone Crabs the last weekend of July. At Wimbledon, Roger Federer searching for his 8th Wimbledon title. The 18-time Grand Slam champ facing 2010 finalist Tomas Berdych in the semifinals right now on center court. Federer is 18-6 against Berdych. Also today, American Sam Querrey losing in 4 sets to the 7th seed Marin Cilic. As you can hear, our pet segment, which is coming up. This is the first Wimbledon final for Cilic, who finished with 25 aces. On the women's side, Venus Williams is getting ready to play for the title tomorrow against Garbine Muguruza. Williams improved to 9-1 in Wimbledon semifinals with a straight set win over Joanna Konta yesterday. At 37 years old, Williams is the oldest Wimbledon finalist since Martina Navratilova back in 1994. All right, it's time for our Pet of the Week. I think you got a little preview of that. John is with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marcia Panucci, to tell us about 3 birds, Lucy, Ivy, and Sophie. Which one was making all the noise?
Ivy.
Ivy over here.
was definitely being very vocal to John.
I don't think Ivy likes Italians. Easy, easy, baby. Jesus.
Yeah.
Why are your feathers all fluffed up like that?
Well, she's falling in love with you, John.
I hope that's what it is. Come on, come on. Okay. Hello there. Well, that felt good, actually. Yeah.
And here we have Lucy. Look at gorgeous Lucy.
Hi, Ivy.
And here we have Sophie. Now, these birds come to us from the Birds of Paradise, and they are a private foundation that takes care of these birds. And in Bird Talk, all of these birds, John, are very young.
They are, right? Because they could live to be, close to 100, right?
Yes. So we've got a 20-year-old, and we've got a 10-year-old, and I think we have about a 15-year-old here. And all of these birds that you see are available for adoption. And I'm telling you, she's fallen in love with you,
She's
John.
speaking. She's talking to me.
to
She's
you.
whispering nothings into my ear right now as we talk. I can't make it. What are you saying? What are you saying? She has a vocabulary.
Well, of course she does.
That's impressive.
Yes.
Do all of these birds talk?
Yes, every one of them do. And some of them we really, we're not quite sure what they're going to say on air, so I think we'll just kind of keep them relaxed and quiet.
Did you come from a bad home?
Because as you know, they pick up the environment of the home that they're in.
They're so smart.
Birds
they really,
are so
smart.
Look
again and again, you hear about, they can have a vocabulary of 100 or so words or more, and you know, the intelligence of a 2 or 3 year old. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And you know, take a look at these boards. Look at this. How could you not fall in love here with Sophie? And look at that beautiful crest that she's got. And she's just as calm as she can be. And of course, Lucy was very animated before we got on in the green room, and now she's posing. You definitely got the one who's falling in love with you, John.
What you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing?
And all of these birds and so many more come from Birds of Paradise. Debbie Huckabee does such a fabulous job. And
that's so cool. So they can get in touch with
Birds of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise.
They're right here, and you can give them a call.
Do we have the number?
They have.
The number on the screen there, 727-366-9997. And I'll tell you, these would make great pets. Absolutely great.
Super,
and they'd be you know, lifelong friends.
Right. And you don't have to walk them.
Marcia, thanks so much. This is
Thank
fun.
you, John.
I really like this. Yeah.
There's Lucy.
Okay, we'll be right back. Say goodbye.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Sarasota Circus is back from the Smithsonian Festival. We'll hear about the honor, plus Ice Cream Day and Louie's Modern in the kitchen. Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Topping our news this half hour, new details in that Pennsylvania murder mystery involving 4 young men who disappeared more than a week ago. Now a major confession. ABC's Maggie Rulli is outside the search area in Bucks County, Pennsylvania with more.
After more than a week of searching for 4 missing men outside Philadelphia, now a striking confession. 20-year-old Cosmo DiNardo admitting to the crime and saying he did not act alone. Authorities have now taken a second man into custody.
He confessed to the participation of the commission
of 4 murders.
The confession coming just hours after police announced that multiple human remains had been found on the DiNardo family's farm. Among them, the body of 19-year-old Dean Finicaro, 21-year-old Thomas Mio, 22-year-old Mark Sturgis, and 19-year-old Jimmy Patrick are also missing.
It was just sort of like the next logical piece to the story for me, so I'm not in any way shocked by this.
I just hope it never happens again. Never.
3 bodies were buried at one location, a 4th in a separate grave. DiNardo's lawyer says his client has told authorities where to find the bodies of all 4 men.
In exchange for that confession, Mr. DiNardo was promised by the district attorney that he will spare his life by not invoking the death penalty.
New images show DiNardo pointing a pistol. Photos he posted in a group chat where DiNardo told acquaintances that he wasn't worried that Finicaro was still missing. During DiNardo's recent arraignment, prosecutors revealed he's been diagnosed with schizophrenia. Investigators here in Bucks County are still digging up that grave. As for DiNardo, his lawyer says he felt great remorse and was very emotional. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
A controversial legal dispute over a terminally ill infant is over. A British judge is allowing a U.S. physician to examine 11-month-old Charlie Gard. He suffers from a rare, debilitating genetic disorder. His parents are fighting to keep him on life support, hoping to take him overseas for treatment. His doctors believe the move could cause the boy to suffer, but no benefit. But despite odds against them, a judge ruled a Columbia University neurologist can examine Charlie in London next week. The neurologist is working on an experimental therapy for the disorder that Charlie suffers from. Here at home, a veteran training program on the Suncoast is hoping to give a fresh start to those who are struggling. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter joins us now with details on the Vet to Chef program. Jacqueline?
Good afternoon, Scott. It's a program that's firing up the kitchen, but also changing lives. Vet to Chefs was started by Brian Jacobs, a former battlefield paramedic, and is a 12-week culinary training experience for military veterans. The program includes a 5-day boot camp, mentors, and a job at a restaurant. Jacobs says he targets veterans who are homeless, depressed, suffer from PTSD, or are having trouble readjusting to civilian life. He says it's a story similar to his own after he returned home from deployment lost and confused, later losing his own brother to veteran suicide.
This is, why I get up every day to make an impact in this community, because the veterans deserve that. They deserve to live in a great place like Sarasota, be happy, have great careers, have great opportunities, but they deserve to be a part of something bigger.
Vets to Chefs has graduated about 25 veterans in the past 3 years. 7 more are expected to complete the program in the coming weeks. Tonight at 5, I'll take a closer look at that program, and we'll actually sit down with 2 veterans currently going through that program who have had similar problems, just like Brian Jacobs did as well, Scott and John. It's interesting how you're able to reintegrate through society through programs like that. They're also kicking off another one called Vets to Brew, in hopes of being able to help them learn how to brew. Vets to Agro, to help them learn how to farm and learn techniques in agriculture. So hopefully it'll be able to reintegrate some of our veterans that are here on the Suncoast.
Seems to be working really well.
Great idea.
Yeah, so it's interesting because now a lot of them are being able to get jobs at local restaurants.
Right.
So
awesome. We'll look forward to your report today.
Nice stuff.
All right.
Nice
Thank
stuff.
you, Jacqueline. And nice weather today so far, huh?
Yeah, not too bad, actually. We have a few showers around, but all in all, pretty quiet conditions. Lakewood Ranch webcam showed a beautiful sunrise this morning, followed by building afternoon clouds. We do have a few rain showers in progress in inland areas already, and I think as we head into the afternoon, over the course of the next couple hours, some of those rain showers will make their way closer to the coastal regions. I think it should all be kind of winding down here by around sunset this evening. So if you're going to be out and about and enjoying some of the festivities that we have to offer on the Suncoast this afternoon and into the evening hours, why, it should be okay. None of these storms are going to be severe, just some more needed rainfall for the state of Florida. We'll talk all about the weekend forecast in a minute, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. A TNT-based drama based here on the Suncoast is returning for another season. The show named Claws has been renewed for a second season. They'll do a little bit of filming in Manatee County. The show follows the lives of 5 women who work at a fictional nail salon in Palmetto. Parts of it are also filmed in New Orleans. We may be right in the middle of summer, but our entertainment venues are still going strong. ABC 7's Linda Carson has a list of things you don't want to miss in this week's Suncoast Scene.
The West Coast Black Theater Summer Camp is dedicated to developing new talent, self-confidence, and love of theater in some of the underserved young people in our community. The camp is called Stage of Discovery.
These are some of the actors and singers and dancers from Stage of Discovery. We're all in it together, and we are going to be doing Folktale Follies.
Folktale Follies tells the tale of 3 African folk tales through song and dance.
It's a very interesting experience. I don't think anyone has ever done these 3 folk tales, especially our dance one. It's told through dance. There's a narrator, and we're like water and all these different types of elements of the earth.
Now, what is this show called?
Folktale Follies.
Folktale Follies at the West Coast Black Theater Troupe, Sunday, July 16th. What time is that?
3 and 7:30.
And the show The Marvelous Wonderettes is playing off-Broadway right now and also opening at the Players Center this week.
Act 1 takes place in 1958. It's our super senior prom, and we were asked last minute to perform as a group, so we rose to the challenge. And then Act 2 is our 10-year high school reunion in 1968. So it's a lot of good music and a lot of fun.
The Marvelous Wonderettes at the Players Center, July 12th through the 23rd. You'll hear songs like Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Linda, thank you so much. Also happening this weekend is the 9th annual Sarasota Improv Festival. John is with a special guest to tell us more about this event. John?
Mr. Will Luella, the director
yes.
of the Florida Studio Theater's Improv. And
That's right.
I don't know, director and improv. I guess that works together. It seems like improv is just crazy on the edge of your seat kind of stuff, but it does indeed have structure, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I parallel it a lot to sports, right? You kind of run the actors through drills, and then when it's game time, they're on their own.
It's on your own, and anything can happen
exactly.
on any given night in any stadium.
That's right.
And I'll tell you, this is one of my favorite events of the year. You just can't describe how hard the audience laughs at these shows.
Oh, yeah. I mean, last night was our first night, and this was our Florida night.
Yes.
And we kept people in their seats for 4 hours laughing. They saw 8 different shows over those 4 hours, and they loved it.
Oh, I mean tears.
Yeah.
People are convulsing in laughter. And tonight, of course, the second night, and it goes through Sunday. You have anything going on Sunday, or is it just
we're just recovering from the party.
Recovering, yes, exactly. Well, I tell you what, you have some groups coming in from across the world, really, right?
That's right. Yeah. Every year now, for the last 3 years, we've brought in an international team. So this year we have a group coming in from Mexico, and for the first time ever, they'll be doing a show in Spanish one night, and then the next night doing it in English.
Oh, how neat.
Yep, but we have also teams coming in from New York City, from Chicago, from Atlanta, from Orlando, from Texas. They're all flying in right now, actually. So like right after this, I have to head to the airport and pick up.
It must be a crazy airport.
Oh, yeah.
It must be a fun plane ride. So you've got, of course, returning favorites that we, Dad's Garage and...
Yep, and SAC and North Coast, Improv Boston, Big Bang, a bunch of very well-known groups, yep.
Very hysterical. Plus, you've got some that have not been here before.
That's right. We've got some new groups. So in addition to the Mexico group, our headliner, Blank the Musical.
And that's on Saturday night, right?
That'll be actually Friday and Saturday night.
But they're doing 2 nights.
How
wonderful.
A 75-minute improvised musical in the style of a Broadway musical.
Oh, my gosh.
And now North Coast, they've been coming the last few years doing their hip-hop show. They're doing something new also. On Saturday night, they're doing a show called Anybody. And this is their improvised musical in the style of Hamilton. Yeah, so they're going to...
When is that?
That's going to be, I think it's Saturday night at 9, I believe is when the show
that's
is.
got to be hysterical.
Oh, yeah. They're going to take a person, so that's why it's called Anybody. They'll take a person, and then they're going to turn that into a Hamilton-style musical. It's going to be great.
And if you've never seen these high level of improv performers, it's really amazing because they can do one of these improv 45-minute musicals or plays or whatever, and you would swear that it has been rehearsed and yet it still has that on the edge of your seat kind of, you never know what's going to happen, they don't know what's going to happen, and it just makes for the best evening of entertainment.
The best audience members are the ones who could appreciate that edge. I have had people come up to me after shows demanding their money back, saying this is not improvised, this cannot be improvised.
Oh, because it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. It is a high level of achievement some of these guys do.
Oh, yeah.
It's on tonight and again on Saturday. Call the box office. I'm sure tickets are flying out of the box office. So get in there and get your ticket now. 366-9000. Florida Studio Theater. Will, always a pleasure to have you in the studio, sir.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Well, we're creeping up close to the 90-degree mark. We're at 88 degrees right now with a dew point value of 74. East wind, basically, coming in at about 9, taking those showers that form and sending them off to the west, west-northwest. 88 degrees, Mayaca, Wauchula, Arcadia almost at the 90 mark, so is Northport and Punta Gorda. We hit 90 in Venice, 88 degrees in Inglewood and Longboat Key and Bradenton and in Parrish. A lot of places today will hit 91, 92. Some places may get higher than that, but we'll have more rain showers around today and a little bit more cloud cover, so that might keep our temperatures down just a degree or two from where we were yesterday. You can see plentiful amounts of light rainfall, but embedded within the light rainfall, we also have some fairly decent showers as well, but they're very, very small cells, and they are moving pretty quickly, so the total amount of rainfall you get today is not going to be all that great. Certainly coverage, you know, maybe a little less than half of the total Suncoast area. You know, put that at about a 40% chance or so. And right now, the heaviest of the cells affecting most of the people are located, well, just coming out of areas of Mayaca State Park, heading into Sarasota, probably about a half an hour away from getting to areas like Bee Ridge Road and Clark Road, seeing a little bit of shower activity, and close to the interstate. As far as our weather goes over the next several days, it's really going to be driven by this easterly wind flow, plus a little bit of drier air that's located just off our east coast, and that's gradually going to be drifting in, kind of suppressing shower activity. You know, yesterday we just didn't get a lot of rainfall, despite the fact that we had a number of the ingredients that should. The forecast, you know, honestly, human beings made a mistake. The computer models made a mistake. We just didn't get that 70% chance of rainfall because a little bit of drier air kind of snuck in. Well, now the atmosphere is very, very moist, and while we don't have that trough of low pressure, we certainly don't have the drier air aloft in place of more stable air. So, you know, expect to see a little bit better coverage today. You know, generally speaking, about a 40% rain chance. Most of this stuff will be done by the time the sun sets tonight, so if you're going to be out and about this evening, should be okay. Some drier air moving in by tomorrow, though, and I expect less rain chance for about 3 days or so, maybe a little less. Warm daytime highs because of the sunshine that we're going to get, though. There's the dry air, and it's trying to work its way in. I think tomorrow it will reduce our rain chances significantly, and Sunday will probably be in the thick of it before it actually departs. That'll probably lower our rain chances significantly to about maybe half of what they are today. A lot of rain showers around dotting the landscape, leaving the area tomorrow. Not a whole lot of activity during the evening, so the weekend looks like it's going to be pretty nice for all those outdoor activities. We'll go with about a 40% chance of showers through about 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be looking for even less rain chance. Rain chances start coming up again next week. Back to you, Scott.
Okay, John, thank you. A recall alert for some Honda owners. 1.2 million Honda Accords from 2013 to 2016 are being recalled due to a battery sensor that can short out, possibly causing a fire. There have been at least 4 reports of engine compartment fires caused by the issue, but no injuries. All of the fires were in states where salt is used to clear icy roads in the winter. A terminal on the battery is not sealed properly from moisture, and the road salt can get in and cause some corrosion. Coming up, a massive tip for one waitress from a new kid on the block, plus a sneak peek at Disney's newest land. We'll show you coming up in entertainment news.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
I'm Cindy Lou. I'm Susie. I'm Missy. And I'm Betty Jean. And we're the Marvelous Wonderettes. Mr. Sandman.
Experience the best girl group songs from the 50s and 60s live on stage at the Players Center July 12th through the 23rd. Call 941-365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll fall in love with the Marvelous Wonderettes.
I'm so alone.
The official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
We're finally getting a look at Beyonce and Jay-Z's bundles of joy. Overnight, the singer posting this photo of herself holding the twins named Sir Carter and Rumi. She didn't mention the baby's genders, but I think we can guess it's possibly a boy and a girl. They join their 5-year-old big sister now, Blue Ivy. Star Wars is coming to Disney. 2 large-scale models of the 14-acre attractions were revealed yesterday. One will be placed at Walt Disney World Orlando, the other Disneyland in California. Construction for both started last year, and they're scheduled to open sometime in 2019. So we gotta wait.
It's Saturday night, we're in the spot. Don't believe in this fight.
New Kids on the Block's Donnie Wahlberg gets the royal treatment at a Waffle House restaurant in Charlotte, North Carolina after leaving the waitress a $2,000 tip. Wahlberg documented his visit in a Facebook Live video on Wednesday night, and $2,000 is not all the waitress received.
She just was so nice.
They made my night, y'all.
We're giving her backstage passes and tickets tomorrow for your mom, too.
In case you're wondering, Wahlberg ordered steak, eggs, bacon, and grits. His meal came out to about $82, not counting the big tip.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's a nice thing to do.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's a nice guy, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean,
$82
was the total
for an $82 bill at the Waffle House. That's a lot of food.
I don't think it was just him. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I think he brought. I don't know if he brought the whole band, but yeah, probably.
Got it. Okay. Showers around this afternoon. Pretty good bit of that, about 40% chance. I think they'll probably be over with by sunset this evening, and then over the weekend, less rain.
And hotter.
And hotter.
Yeah.
So chance to do some outdoor yard work.
Great. Have a good weekend. We hope to see you again at 5 o'clock.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.